Hey football fans, I'm Matt. I'm joined by my friend Johnny, and we're here to keep you guys updated on everything NFL related, from scores to predictions. This is the Third and Long podcast on KCAT Radio. Welcome back to the Third and Long podcast on KCAT Radio. We're back into the offseason. We're diving deeper and deeper. The calendar NFL year started March 15th. Does anyone know what that means? Would any of my co-hosts like to interject?
Free agency.
Free agency. Yes. Free agents are now open to everybody. A bunch of signings happened. If you notice, we did not let an episode out last week because we realized that there was so much chaos going on that we weren't 100% sure if anything we were going to say was going to be correct.
Too much to keep up with. So we dialed it back. We're looking at some notable free agents today. We're going to look at some contracts. We're looking at some franchise tags. We're going to look at some speculations. Ryan's going to be over there just sitting like he always does. In the corner.
I was never on camera in the first place.
That's a fair point. My personal biggest signing, Orlando Brown to the Bengals.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Huge for Joe Burrow.
They definitely needed that help.
Yeah. 4 years, $64 million. Every cent of that will be worth it. Joe Burrow definitely got a cool little fist bump when he saw that signing.
It's like Christmas.
It is Christmas for a quarterback right there. Either you get a fun new toy like a receiver, or you're getting an offensive lineman. And I think he wanted the offensive lineman.
Exactly.
Thielen is no longer a Viking.
Yeah, that's
kind of a weird touch point.
An interesting one.
He's not getting paid a ton. To the Panthers. Panthers got two. They got Miles Sanders as well.
Well, okay, Adam Thielen's a good receiver, but he's also on the backside of his career.
Yeah, paying him a ton wasn't going to make sense. Miles Sanders got paid way less, though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. 4 years, $25 million. I would have expected more. Ryan, do you expect more?
I would expect less from Thielen and more from Sanders.
I agree. I think Thielen may have negotiated a better contract.
I think the reason being is because Miles Sanders is he has a low floor and a high ceiling at the same time.
Sure.
Right.
He
can have those really, really just kind of like bad games. He's not playing well, but then sometimes he just,
Sure. He did it on the Eagles too. That's kind of what you saw. Flipping to the defensive side of the ball, I want to touch on two. Tremaine Edmonds to the Bears. I don't know why that's good.
I don't like that.
They're a garbage team anyway.
Tremaine Edmonds is good though.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of hurt Jordan Love once in a while. A couple blitzing backers doesn't ever hurt your chances, but the Bears still suck.
Jordan Love's got those long legs. He can move.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
I think the Bears are making all the right moves. They are setting Justin Fields up to win, especially with trading that number 1 pick to get a bunch of stuff in return. They absolutely fleeced them. Coming on the other side.
We can't wish for that, but we also can.
Yeah.
It's the Bears. I wish I had a big red button that I could just hit and you would get muted for a minute, because no, the Bears still suck.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They're not going to be good. He's going to be in a position to win. No, they're not.
Dude,
they have so many issues that aren't fixed.
I think the Packers could put in Blake Bortles when we play them twice a year and we'll win.
That's a stretch.
No.
That's a stretch. Where is Blake Bortles right now? I don't want to know, actually.
I don't either.
Blake Bortles.
He's just a man doing man things.
Bless up Blake Bortles. But on a real note, the Bears still suck. I can't even really harp on that. Jesse Bates, probably one of the highest free agent signings I've seen in this year. Huge for I forgot the team, for the Falcons, excuse me.
Absolutely.
4 years, $64 million.
I mean, okay, that team though, they're not a good team.
But a good safety, even look at the Broncos. I hate to bring them up, but a good safety and a couple good pieces on defense, and you can put yourself in a better position to win.
Well,
I don't think they're going to be very good, but that's a good start.
It's obviously just one of the money. He doesn't care about winning.
This is a good point. He left the Bengals to go play for the Falcons. I don't think you care about winning anymore.
No, you do not.
You don't.
You got this close to a couple Super Bowls, and now you're
chasing bags.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. Speaking of chasing bags, guys who are not getting paid this season: Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, all not going to get paid. I don't think. No, Lamar can still get out. He can still go somewhere if I'm correct. Pollard, Jacobs, and Saquon are all stuck though. Franchise tag, to anyone that doesn't know, that's a year, $10 million. You had an opinion on the franchise tag when we were talking about it earlier. Do you want to express that?
No, it was a wrong opinion.
Yeah. So for anyone out there listening, Johnny thought the franchise tag was a great thing for players, and they're getting that
not a
guaranteed
great thing.
Money.
I'm talking about if a player has a lower upside, I think that's a good thing for them. If they're injury prone, that's a good thing for them.
Yeah, but the thing you don't realize is nobody tags an injury-prone, low-upside player. All these guys are high-upside players that they're hoping they can keep healthy. And I think the franchise tagging a running back's kind of weird.
I don't know. I think Saquon's a little injury prone.
Sure, all running backs are injury-prone.
Exactly.
Jacobs got battered at the end of the season, too. Bless up my fantasy team.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Mine got torched too.
Yeah. Ryan, how did your fantasy team turn out? We didn't talk about it.
Won the league.
I hate you.
All I can say.
See, this is why I want the red button right there where I can just smack it and he just mute it. He's over.
I just know ball, guys. I know ball. I know fantasy ball. I know real ball. I know
You're
ball.
a Cowboys fan.
You're
Yeah.
pasty blonde.
Wait, can we talk about the Cowboys for a second?
No.
Gilmore.
No.
Stephon
No.
Gilmore.
No. Okay,
Yes.
that's actually
You gotta
kind of a
talk
good
about
signing.
it.
I hate that.
I think it's a good trade.
Well,
Make me want to kick you off the show and then
Washed.
you bring me back in. No, I think he'll be okay. He's on the backside, but he's a good.
He's on the back.
It's like Jalen Ramsey.
It was what?
You always expect something consistent.
5th round pick for him. 6th round pick.
Okay.
No, okay.
hold on.
It's because he's old.
Hold
Yeah,
on. Hold
it's still-
on. Did you just say Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Inconsistent? No.
No, hold on.
Dude,
no,
he
I'm
sucks.
saying on the backside of his career, but he's still good.
Dude, I'd take so many different people over
Yeah,
him.
because they're all young.
dude,
Pick a corner as old as he is that you'd actually want in his place.
as old as he is,
And they're paying him dirt because he's old.
they shouldn't have signed him.
They shouldn't have, but little running back trade. David Montgomery and Jamal Williams.
Very interesting situation.
Okay, let's hear you out here. Jamal Williams or David Montgomery? Who would you
Jamal
want?
Williams.
Jamal Williams. Ryan?
I would want Jamal Williams.
I would also want Jamal Williams. But when you look at the contract, apparently everyone else would want David Montgomery, which is super weird. I don't really understand why Jamal Williams is getting paid less and he's a better back.
I think he's a better locker room guy too.
Yeah.
He
No,
bring-
I
he
don't
brings
understand
more-
the whole, I don't understand
He
that.
brings more energy, entertainment, motivation to the team. I don't see why you would cut a guy like that and bring in just a worse version of that guy.
No, I agree. The Lions have made a lot of good moves so far.
I think that this is their worst move of the offseason.
I do too. Can you look up some of their better moves, Ryan? Can you
the
find that
Lions.
for me?
Yeah,
Lions.
I got you.
They have a lot this year.
No, they made a lot of good moves, and I think they got to make like leaps and bounds, but definitely was not the right move there.
I got the list here if you guys want it right now.
Yeah, throw it out.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
That's a great move.
Guys, listen to this contract. 1 year, $8 million. That is it.
Yeah.
That's a steal.
It's less than a franchise tag.
It's less
Yeah.
than a franchise tag, and he's going to provide. I think they're trying to make a Super Bowl run this year, and I think they could, but remember what division they're in and who they have to go through.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I think it's possible.
This is gonna be-
being in the NFC does
my-
make it a little easier.
The NFC North is going to be such a tough division this year.
No, it's not. Okay, hear me out. Vikings will be okay, but they'll be kind of mediocre at times as always. The Lions have high upside potential, high downside potential as always. If they can continue going up,
The
they'll-
Bears are going to be the Bears, but
Bears
they're
are
going to be
gonna
a
the
little
Bears.
bit better.
The Packers are honestly a toss-up depending on what they can get for Rodgers and how they draft.
I 100% agree, and it also depends on what Jordan Love can come out with. Because, like I said, like in the past, I love Jordan Love. I think that he played great in the games that he did play in this year, but we don't really know how he's gonna do through an entire season, right? We might see a couple of bad games. We might see an entire season of bad games. We aren't really too sure on that.
I really should be cut off, Ryan. Ryan, who else did the Lions sign? Because I'm actually curious, and I don't want to talk about Jordan Love anymore.
We have another good secondary signing, Cam Sutton as a slot corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
made good signings.
They also re-signed, I think, Alex Anzalone.
Okay,
David Montgomery talked about that, and then Emmanuel Mosley I thought was a pretty good signing.
that's a
too.
weird signing. I like it though.
It's only $6 million for 1 year.
See what I mean? They made a
Yeah.
lot of like underlying good signings that will just bolster their defense and a little bit of their offense. I like that a lot. Speaking of signings, Broncos actually signed an offensive guard or tackle. Excuse
Wow.
me. I know, right? I'm kind of proud of us.
Is Russell Wilson going to be able to get rid of the ball?
No,
Is he going to be able to throw it with accuracy?
no.
Is
That's why we got. That's how we got Spawn JP Ran, because we can just hand it off now. We don't have backs that are. I think our combined age of running backs
Do you
was
think
like
he can
75.
even? Do you think he can even hold on to the ball and give it to the running back?
No.
I don't either, Matt.
Why you gotta do that? I was so happy that we signed like some people and we didn't.
We guys signed a guard too, in addition to Michael
Thank you.
Glitchy. Ben
Thank
Powers.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe he will be able to hold on the ball this year. I have high hopes as always.
Maybe for a couple seconds.
This is that cycle in the Broncos fan base where I'm at that point where it's like we could be a playoff team and then we're gonna draft really well and sign somebody and it's gonna be like we could be a Super Bowl team and then week 1 starts.
Yeah.
and I get sad.
I say that when we're, you know.
You skip steps 2 and 3 and get straight to like Broncos suck.
No, I'm talking about for me. In my,
Oh no,
in my
you
team.
get there in the NFC Championship.
No,
or later at this
Dude,
point.
last year up until like the last game of the season, I was like, we could still do it. We could still do it.
At least we're not dim boys. At least we're not. That would suck. So Ryan, how does it feel? How does it feel to be dim boys? Say it.
No.
Say it. Say the line.
I refuse. You can't make me say it.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's enough for free agents.
Actually,
I want to look
wait.
forward to
I
it.
want to talk about the Texans, guys. Seriously, the Texans have made some surprising moves.
Where's my mute button? Okay, yeah, they're still the Texans. I don't have a lot of faith for that team.
Dude, just listen. Just hear me out. Hear me out.
That you could throw at him.
I'm gonna hit
Devin-
the camera.
Devin Singletary,
Okay, that's a good move.
Robert Woods.
That's a good move. No,
Dalton
he's old.
Schultz.
What?
Robert Woods is still a good receiver.
Sure, but I don't think who was going to throw it.
Okay, but he's starting to become more of like a Randall Cobb.
Do you think
type of
Bryce
player.
Young will throw it? That's when you look at the draft.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
Dalton Schultz. Good
That's a
signing.
good move. The
That's a
Cowboys
really
hate-
good signing.
The Cowboys. I want to slander him so bad because he was a Cowboy, but I can't because he's good.
I love Dalton
Jimmy Ward.
Schultz.
Case
That's
Keenum.
inside.
Case Keenum in case Bryce Young's not who they say is.
Case Keenum will die on that offensive
yeah,
line.
probably.
Give me one good tackle or guard they signed.
They signed Sheldon Rankins, 1 year, 10 million.
Who's that?
Don't know. But
Then why'd you say him?
I
don't
have
know.
heard the name. I do know he's all right. If you told me his previous team, I'd have a better idea. But they needed like an Orlando Brown signing, and they didn't get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Oh, Shaq Mason too. I forgot
that's a
about
good
him.
point.
Yeah.
Shaq
Okay.
Mason.
Okay. They did better than I thought they did. They have to draft well, though. They have to draft really, really
No,
well.
they're gonna have to draft well if they want any chance of being an
honestly, them and the
actual team this
Lions are
year.
kind of in a really similar situation right now.
No.
Not as far as that. The Lions have a lot of picks. They have 2 first rounders, I think, both of which they have to draft really well.
Well-
I think their rookies last year kind of performed.
The
pretty well, but
Lions
they
have
to do
less
better.
needs to fill than the Texans.
This is
do.
true. They can afford to spend 2 picks on like, I don't know, a running back if they need it. Because they're like, well, we need we need rookies.
Not need a running back.
No,
I
they
was
do
throwing
not.
out a position, for example.
If the Lions were to draft players, I think their best bet would be to go for like another receiver to help out Jared Goff. Right,
That's
he's
true.
obviously proven to be decent up
Yeah,
there.
I think you stick with Goff.
I think we stick with Goff and then work on your defense, build up that defense because you already have a really good young defense.
Yeah, they have a good line too.
and it'd
which
be
will
a
help
good
them.
idea to help build on that.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I think giving Aiden Hutchinson some help, maybe getting another good defensive end, and saying
Maybe-
like, look, we can
maybe
take
even
the double
add to
team
your
off him.
secondary.
Sure. No, they have a lot of options. I'm really happy with how that's going as far as anything. My favorite topic of today, that man.
That man.
So what is happening? Can you look up some possible trades, Ryan? Because this has been
Yeah.
all over the place. I've seen 2 first rounders go around. I don't know if he's 100% going to get that. I've seen like 2 first, a 4th, and a 5th go around. I'm kind of like all over the place. I've seen some tight ends go and play. I've seen some other players
There's-
top
yeah.
up, and it's really getting weird. What are your opinions as a Packers fan?
Honestly, I just want to get him gone. I'm ready to start the new era. I love
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers. I hope he comes back for a day and retires a Packer. But you know, I'm ready for the love era. ELE, everybody love everybody.
That's a great statement right there. That's a great answer. What do you think he is worth though? Out of curiosity,
I think that Aaron Rodgers is definitely worth a first round pick.
he
But
could go first round. I don't know 2.
I don't think he can go for 2. I think he can go for 1. I've been seeing that like a lot of teams are thinking he's not even worth 1.
I could see,
because he's
like-
an older player. But you have to look at it this way: Aaron Rodgers is a savvy veteran. He knows what he's doing, and he can make your team go from the New York Jets to the New York Jets.
Wait, guys, he's a back-to-back MVP winner.
This is
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is his ceiling is endless. He has
This is a good point.
endless capabilities, and I think that trading a first round pick for the bad man Aaron Rodgers is not the end of the world.
I think because I saw something projected. I saw 2 first rounders, a 4th and a 5th, and Coughlin, that tight end from the Jets. I'm like, that's terrible.
Yeah, no, it's
There's
horrible.
going too far. There is, and I think that's why the Jets are holding out on trading him
But-
because they're not 100% sure.
But the thing is that when you get Aaron Rodgers, you don't only get a good quarterback for 2 or 3 years, however long he wants to play. You also get a guy who's gonna be that guy for your team. He's gonna be a leader, and he's also gonna be a mentor for your younger quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean he's Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if there's much you can really do about it. Yeah, I mean it's honestly kind of baffling to see that they're not already trading him, but I like the holdout.
I think I saw a tweet. I don't think that this is what's going on, but I saw a tweet talking about how the Packers front office is holding out on this deal just to get revenge at Aaron Rodgers.
That's dumb.
I know, it's stupid.
I have one more little coincidence I saw on Instagram. The 49ers, can you guess? Don't look at the paper. Don't look at the paper.
I already did.
Brian, what's the total amount the 49ers have spent on quarterbacks this year? They're going to spend.
This year.
In 2023, how much are they going to spend on quarterbacks?
Oh, shoot. Maybe like, what?
It's Purdy, Lance, and Darnold. I'll tell you that much. Those are the
Purdy, Lance, and Darnold. I think like maybe like 8 million, maybe 10 million.
Okay. $14 million.
Jeez.
People spend over $14 million for one quarterback.
Yeah.
They have 3 and they're spending under 14. That's crazy. I got to give the 49ers some love.
You still have 2 of them on rookie contracts.
That's exactly why it's perfect. Because they're in a great position.
Sam Darnold.
And then Sam Darnold, who I don't have anything to say anymore. Yeah, free agency's been crazy. Brian, thank you for helping today. And just
Welcome.
being Ryan.
Yeah.
Pasty blonde thing in the corner. I can see him through the darkness.
Yeah.
We love you, Ryan. Hearts.
You're a Cowboys fan.
Right back now.
Free agency's crazy. We're going to keep going through it. We're going to keep staying with it in the offseason. We're going to keep putting out little snippets here and there, touching on trades. When the draft gets closer, we'll look at needs and wants and kind of dive into that. But next episode, what do we got?
Next episode, we're going to be diving into the AFC West, NFC East, and the AFC East. It's going to be pretty fun.
A lot of fun teams. AFC West is just always a toss-up at this point. I don't know how any of the teams are going to do.
And the NFC East is always the toilet bowl of the NFL.
Isn't it? You know why they're the toilet bowl? Because the Cowboys. It's because the Cowboys. It's been fun as always.
It has.
We haven't started doing the handshake usually. We can implement it.
We can.
But
with that being said, make sure to tune in next week in Third and Long. Me and Matt will be here. Ryan will be here. James is no longer with us. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Third and Long on KCAT Radio.
This series is brought to you by Los Gatos Morning Rotary. Thank you for supporting student podcasting in support of mental health.